Hello everyone, I'm Skratch. Welcome to the channel. This is another Dragonheir Silent Gods video, day 6 of Season 2. We have approximately 10 hours left from the Clepsydra Torrent event, and then we cannot reset champions anymore. Now, I want to showcase you the Vortex team that I'm using, and I want to showcase two of the best epic Ice Blast champions that were added to the game. I think there were 3 epic Ice Blast heroes added in Season 2, and 2 of them are top-notch. One of them in particular is amazing. Now, if you guys watched any of my summoning videos, you've seen that I actually didn't summon any of the exclusive heroes. So I have no Beldele, which she's an absolute beast, but I have an epic champion, which honestly, she's very strong. Gertin, she deals so much damage, guys. So I just want to showcase this champion, and we have a very good activator for the Ice Blasts as epics, and that is, of course, Bladin. Bladin is similar with Tunnelnun in terms of skills. He only needs 80% crit rate. What I really like about him is that he buffs attack up, but not only on himself, he puts it on the ally with the highest attack, who is not him as well. So that will actually give attack up to my Gertin as well. And yeah, he will buff with Ice Crystals. So overall, he's a pretty good activator for Ice Blast. Now, he's not the best activator, and the best activator is Sheena, and luckily I pulled her as well, so we're gonna use her in the team too. But the main thing that I want to showcase, guys, is how well are those 2 epics working and how good is the damage. Okay, this will be the meta. The Ice Blast will be the meta for this season, guys. And honestly, if you're pulling any of these 2 epic champions, or if you're fortunate enough to pull both of them, definitely use them. Okay, like no second thoughts whatsoever, because they are competing with my Radiance team. They're beating my Radiance team, which is full of legendaries. Okay, let me just put it like that. Is literally competing with that. So that team that we are running today, guys, in the Vortex, of course, we only have access to difficulty 2. Yesterday, I've dealt 5.4 million damage with the heroes at level 70. The previous day, I've dealt 5 million damage with my Radiance team. So my Ice Blast actually beat a bit the Radiance team. This is what we're running today, a full team of 90s, of course, because we already managed to do that as well. My only complaint with this is that I don't have increased attack aura or increased crit damage aura, unfortunately, you know. So we're gonna have to go with the HP one, which is not necessarily the best for the Vortex, but hey, is better than nothing, you know. When we are talking about builds, guys, I do have quite a few legendary artifacts available now, because I pulled so many dupes in the season 2 banners, and I chose to go and purchase artifacts rather than inspired champions. I'm not planning to compete for top 20 leaderboard or for a top arena, so I don't really care about inspiration for the moment. Artifacts are more valuable to me. This is not necessarily a guide on how to build a team or how to get high damage on the Vortex. I just want to showcase you these 2 epic champions. They're amazing. They deal a lot of damage, and they work really, really well. So this is the team that we're running. At the moment, you only need to have a 3-man elemental affinity. The 5-man elemental affinity is not active, and it won't be active only for only in like 3 or 4 weeks once you're gonna unlock it on the Psychic core. So it's still quite a long way to get there. But in the meantime, you'll only be getting bonus stats from the 3-man elemental affinity. That's why I have Frerbart and Reita in the team. Of course, for my team, I do have a specific preset with the times to make sure everything works as intended. If by any chance you had no idea that you can type the timing as you want, you will know now. So you can actually type it however you want, you know. So that's why you see 16.2 seconds, because I needed to be very precise with the skills. Now, let me just quickly show you what these champions will do in case if you're not familiar with them. So right here, the carrier's skill will gain an additional effect. Ice Crystal stacks up to 5 times. The battle skill strikes the enemy twice, dealing 190 attack with an additional chance of triggering a crit hit. And the ultimate grants attack up for 10 seconds to him, to the other Ice Blast hero with the highest attack, which is not him, then strikes the enemy 3 times. This makes him a great hero to be used with Witch's Remains or Crown of the Unclean to land that defense down, you know. And of course, you only need 80% crit rate. Then We do have Gertin right here. She has an attack aura, but for dungeons, unfortunately. And even in dungeons, she melts. So if you're going against the Grave of Curse, for example, she will destroy. But I want to do a dedicated video on this hero, guys. Most probably, I'll try to do it tomorrow. She is just amazing. I'm honestly loving this champion as much as I used to love Tonelnan in the previous season, okay? And you guys know I simp for Tonelnan quite a bit. So the passive, if the hero has ice crystals after casting a battle skill, consumes the stack of ice crystal and casts the skill again. Upon obtaining ice crystals, the hero gains crit damage up. The battle skill strikes an enemy twice, each dealing 290 attack damage. Then the hero gains crit rate bonus for 5 seconds, gains 1 stack of ice crystals immediately if the skill kills an enemy. Now this will not be something that will happen in the Vortex, but is great in PvE. It's hard to run these heroes on waves, guys, because they tend to get destroyed by the waves and they get killed pretty quick. But for bosses where single target damage is good, she's going to be insane, okay? And the ultimate, again, a single target, a very good cooldown, 10 seconds and 16 seconds on the ultimate. Jumps towards an enemy dealing 780 attack roll damage and gains a stack of ice crystal. Now, one thing to keep in mind about the Ice Blast heroes, the main damage doesn't come from the ultimate, comes from the battle skill, okay? So let's crack on it with the run, because I feel like we've been talking enough in here. I haven't done a run today with my heroes at level 90. I am very curious to see what sort of damage we're getting. I'm very curious if by any chance we are beating 10 million, or if by any chance we are getting anywhere close to that, you know? I do hope we will, but I'm not sure if we actually are able to get that much damage. So straight off the back, they seem to have pretty similar damage. Till Gertin starts ramping up some of her battle skills and ultimates. The ultimate being on such a short cooldown will actually give her so much damage. Now I do have, how you've noticed, the Witch's Remains on Shinan, because she has multi-hits on the ultimate, so she is literally the perfect champion for Ice Blast team to activate the Ice Blast on them, because look how many stacks we have. We have like 4 or 5 stacks of ice crystals on all of them. You know, you only need usually to have 2 or 3 on them to make sure they're always getting the damage to maximum potential, you know. And the multi-hits on the ultimate makes her the perfect candidate as well for the Witch's Remains or Crown of the Unclean, because she's not going to deal as much damage as the other ones, you know. She doesn't hit as hard. She's more of a supportive character. So overall, I feel like we're doing pretty good. We are on turn count 3 with 1.8 million damage. So on stack 3 on the boss. It's hard to time the battle skills with the ultimate here, guys. You know, it's so hard. Like, it's not like you're just timing the ultimates. So that will be a bit of an issue, I would assume, in terms of having super crazy damage. What I'm waiting for is when Poison will pair with Frost again. That's when I'll be having a very, very nasty team. Because I can use Reyta. Reyta, she's so good. You don't realize how good she is till you use her, and then you don't use her because you cannot use her. And then you're gonna feel that gap, you know, and you're gonna be like, wow, you know. So we are on stack 5. Yesterday on stack 5, I was only at half of this damage. Only at half of this damage. So that looks really, really promising. Looks really promising, because I might be able to reach somewhere close to 10 million. And how you may notice right here, we have Gerta with 49%, 50%, which is, wow. That's how Tonelnan used to be in my previous team with Erich, with Caspar, you know. She used to do this crazy damage, and she is the new Tonelnan. I really thought that the archer, was the new Tonelnan because of the skill, the crit rate, you know, making your life easier, basically. But, oh boy, was I wrong about that. And I'm glad that I managed to summon both of them. Now, we do have a third Ice Blast epic, which is pretty underwhelming if you compare him with these two. If you don't have these two and you have that one and you want to use him, one Ice Blast hero on its own is not going to be that amazing. Now, I do have the other legendary Zardok, or something like that. I can't really remember the name exactly. which will replace my archer later on because I need enlightenment on that one. That will still give me increased attack, and it will give me derivative damage. It will add the passive to the rest of the heroes as well, which is very interesting. So definitely looking forward to that. Stack 20, we are at 5 million damage. Very impressive, man. Like, I feel like we're gonna smash the 10 million if everything goes good. Because yesterday I used to survive all the way up to like stack 60, 70, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And my characters were not even at level 90. They were only at 70, you know? So this is quite a bit of a difference. Quite a bit of a difference. 43k right there with no defense down or anything, you know? Pretty good. There we go. At least we've seen those hits in there from the battle skills. Dropping in pretty good numbers. Pretty good numbers. You've seen the ultimate 57k with the defense down. Pretty good. She is at 52%, 3.2 million damage. She's literally doubling the damage on him, and they do have pretty similar stats, more or less. He does have the Manticore, and she has the Bloom, the legendary artifact, which increases the damage a bit more than the Manticore, but not by a massive margin, you know. And overall, I'm pretty satisfied with what I'm seeing here. Unfortunately, we got I was gonna say that we got resisted on that defense down there. No, I just timed it a bit differently. Okay, 7 million damage and still looking very strong. Like, we're barely getting damaged. Frorbart, man, a one-man army. A one-man army. I'm keep telling you guys, if you have the opportunity this season as well to get the chest with the 99 cents and you're not picking Frorbart and you're missing him, quit the game. You need to pick Frorbart. He's just too good, and missing on him is so deadly in the end game. You've seen it in season 1 with the Resurgent Dragon, with the Earth to the Balor, with the Chaos Shadow bosses, and everything else that we had as endgame content. Was such a massive difference to don't have him available. And so painful, you know. But look at this. Looking very good so far. I'm very satisfied with the damage, because I do have my buddy Niva, right? He's another fellow content creator too. And he pulled Beldele, the exclusive legendary, and I was constantly asking him, like, bro, make a comparison in between Beldele and Gertin. I want to see, with the exact same gear in the exact same team, how does the damage compare? Because honestly, I feel like Beldele without the exclusive artifact, she's not really out damaging Gertin by more than probably 5 to 10%. That's how I'm feeling it. And that's, of course, without testing them head to head myself to see it. But I really think that this epic right here, she's absolutely amazing. 9.3 million damage, and right now we've beaten Niva's damage with Beldele already, and my team barely gets damaged. Look at that. I feel like we're going to survive quite a bit from here, quite a bit. Like, my Frorbart is barely getting touched, so I feel like not 10 million damage. I feel like we're gonna drop probably 13, 14 million damage. I feel like we're gonna get that high, and it's something that I was not expecting, honestly. Something that I was not expecting. So I'm very satisfied with my epic champions. And yeah, I know I haven't pulled Beldele, which it would have been amazing in the team, instead of the archer. I forgot his name right now. I'm very bad with names, guys. Probably you've noticed that. But she would have been crazy in here. Like, probably she would have beaten my Gerta in damage here. But both of them together would be nasty. So hopefully in the future I will summon a Beldele as well. Exclusives are really hard to summon from the regular banner, man. So hard. So we're already at 11 million, and we are surviving past stack 90, which is something that I was not expecting. So leveling up from 70 to 90 is such a boost in stats. Very impressive, actually. Okay, so we're still going pretty good. Frorbart still surviving the the single hit, that's when my team usually goes down. Flurbart gets killed, but it feels like this time around, Flurbart will survive, and the other ones will get killed in the AOE. I tend to want to have my team the other way around, like die on the single hit. That means that my team works good, you know. You see right here, they're getting so low. I need more healing for them, and I just don't have enough healing as it is right now. If I would have had, for example, Adolphus in here to shield, it would have been much better. But still, we reached almost 13 million damage. I'm very happy with that. The problem is that I don't have decreased attack here, you know, and my Rata, she's not placing it either. That's why we died. If you see, I literally got the decreased attack a bit later in. If I was timing that better, I was gonna survive even longer. I was definitely gonna get to 15 million or close to it. So was an issue of the decreased attack. Okay, that's the problem, because I've changed a bit of the something in the preset with the timing, and we cannot control the battle skills. I wish that in the future they will make some sort of a preset where we can control the battle skills as well. My team should have survived all the way to this part together with the rest, you know. But I'm still satisfied with 13 million damage for today, guys. I'm very curious to see where that places me on the leaderboard on the server. I'm gonna save this damage. I'm not gonna stress with more than that, because I feel like it's a pretty good damage, you know. And we have Gertin with 51.8% at 6.7 million damage, guys. Very nice. And Rata still going. There we go. Very nice. I'm actually very happy with the damage, and I feel like I will have a much stronger team possibly this season than I had last season. I think so. So I'm actually gonna take a screenshot of this just quickly, guys, while we are doing this, just so I can flex it a bit, you know. And let me just quickly show you as an example what Niva used with his Beldele. I just want to show you Beldele. It's nothing about flexing on Niva or anything like that. It's just the Beldele, and she had a better build than my Epic. Of course, the team was different, but she does have a lot of the damage in his team though. So with his 9.8, his Beldele actually dealt 6.6, and with my 13 million, my Gertin dealt 6.7. Now I'm not sure how his team died or anything like that, but overall, I feel like there is kind of like a 10% difference in between the legendary and the epic. And if you get the exclusive on the legendary, yeah, it's kind of like, wow, next level thing, forget about the epic. But as it stands right now, I feel like the epic can really hold its own ground versus the legendary. So I'm definitely pretty happy with this epic character, you know. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Have you managed to summon any of these two amazing Ice Blast heroes? If not, I really hope that you will get to summon them. I really think that this will be the meta, and mainly because of the Psychic Core guys, the Radiance and Frost combination. And the main thing is right here. So you're going to unlock the 5-man elemental affinity once you're going to reach this part. But when we are getting to... One second, what is it? This one? Ice and Radiance. So when an Ice Radiance hero casts a skill, the next skill they cast deals additional 200% attack roll damage, radiant damage, 300 or 400. So at level 3, you're going to deal 400% more attack damage with the Radiance Frost team. So the Ice Blast will really do crazy damage, because the skill can be a battle skill too. So you're going to proc that very often, and you're going to do a lot of damage. So that's why Frost Radiance will be the meta, more specific, the Ice Blast. That was all for this video, guys. Hopefully you found it helpful. I didn't actually show you the stats on the characters. Let me just quickly do it. Really, the gear is not that great at the moment. I don't even have runes for everybody, of course. That's my Rata. The legendary artifacts, they do help me quite a bit. I'm not gonna say no to that. And I guess lucky me, I pulled dupes and I got them, you know. But then at the same time, unlucky me that I pulled too many dupes. So this is the build on her. 40% crit rate only. So if I would have had more crit rate, she would have went even crazier, you know. Bladin. I gotta remember their names, you know. And Frorbart. But that was all for this video now for real. And I'll catch you all in the next one, guys. Much love. Peace.